Greetings, loyal minions. Welcome back to the SciShow, the #1 ranked YouTube channel for people with grumpy cats. If that's you, I appreciate you. My cat is quite grumpy as my new microphone doesn't pick her noise up anymore. I've been hearing about it all day, mind you, and I'm lucky to be alive. Moving on. I'm apologising for putting out so many videos. I'm just trying to keep everyone informed on what's happening. I'm sort of at the beck and call of SG. When something happens, I like to try and get the information out quickly to give everyone the inside goss. So we have a new hero, Frostsnout, part of the Garrison Guard, in the portal right now. And please stick with me until the end. I will give a brief summary. However, tonight we are going with story mode. So settle back, grab some popcorn, grab your favourite drink, and let's listen to the story of Frostsnout. Once upon a time, in the frosty reaches of the Garrison Guard family's glacial citadel, a peculiar creature named Frostsnout hatched. Now, Frostsnout wasn't your typical dragon-gecko hybrid. He was the runt of the litter. His peers were fierce, sleek, and battle-ready, whilst Frostsnout looked like he had been cobbled together by a distracted apprentice mage looking at a porn magazine. His helmet was too big and looked stupid, his flag seemed more like a pity accessory, and he was unanimously voted most likely to become a team mascot in high school. But Frostsnout wasn't just the face of morale, he was morale. The day Frostsnout joined the Garrison Guard family was anticlimactic. The other guards had names that struck terror, such as Shimmerscale, Frank Fangs Brimwell, but Frostsnout? He waddled in, his helmet askew, proudly waving his flag. Still, the family's Mega Minion bonus perk kicked in at the start of every battle. Frostsnout's Mega Minion was, well, mega in spirit. While the others summoned ferocious beasts as part of their specials with claws and fangs, Frostsnout only got the minion at the start of the battle, and it resembled an overly enthusiastic snowball with a mischievous grin. Sure, it has 20% HP and 100% attack with one family member and grows with others, but everyone agreed it was mostly there for comic relief. What Frostsnout lacked in intimidation, he made up for in his uncanny ability to raise morale. His special skill was quite fast for a hero who looked like he could trip over his own tail at any particular moment in time. First, the hit. Frostsnout could dish out 380% damage to a target and nearby enemies. His opponents never saw it coming, perhaps because they were too busy laughing at his ridiculous helmet. Second, the cleanup crew. With a flick of his stubby tail, Frostsnout reduced the duration of ailments on himself and his nearby allies by 2 turns. This was surprisingly useful against pestering heroes like Pepperflame and Pofit, who can have additional damage added on their special skill, and reducing the duration of that just lowers the chance of it happening. Third, the critical edge. For 3 glorious turns, Frostsnout and his flanking allies enjoyed a whopping plus 40% critical chance. This could often turn the tide, especially when teamed up with high tile damage allies and hitting against the weaker element. Despite his awkward demeanour, Frostsnout had his quirks. Thanks to his Paladin class talent, he had a chance to boost defense for himself and nearby allies for 2 turns, earning him the begrudging respect of his teammates, even if they didn't want to be standing beside him. Even the icy winds of fate smiled upon him. He resisted mana reduction, much to the frustration of heroes like Mina and Luna. Every 4 turns, he shook off wither effects like a gecko shedding its skin, keeping his team in top shape. And while Frostsnout might not have been trusted with a full-fledged Mega Minion, his regen ability ensured he'd quietly recover 420 health over 6 turns at the start of a battle. However, that's a small comfort when he misses out on the Mega Minion. Frostsnout's presence on a team was less about sheer power and more about niche usefulness. He thrived when paired with fast hit 3 or hit all heroes that reduced defense to allow his hit to actually do some damage. Heroes like Pofit, Fizzcoil, and Starwalker, adding a touch of unpredictability to battles. Against ailment-heavy foes, Frostsnout's ability to reduce their impact proved invaluable. However, against heroes like Whitefang, whose ailments require cleansing rather than just outlasting, Frostsnout found himself scratching his head in confusion. No one's perfect, after all. Though Frostsnout might forever be the red-headed stepchild of the Garrison Guard family, he held his flag high, even if it wobbled a bit. He wasn't a star, but he didn't need to be. He was the underdog, the unsung hero, the champion of the awkward and the overlooked. And so the next time you summon for Frostsnout, remember, he might look like he's picked last. With a little strategy and a lot of laughter, this weird dragon gecko thing might just surprise you, or at least make you smile at how stupid he looks. I hope you enjoyed the little story of the red-headed stepchild using a helmet to cover his red head. Yeah, I don't know what I'm even talking about. Just a very average hero, to be honest. Yep, 380% damage to 3. Decent enough, but just, in my opinion, doesn't do enough. Doesn't get his own Mega Minion. Reduces the duration of ailments for him and nearby by 2. That's useful, but again, very niche. He's running at fast speed, so quite often he may even go off before anyone has ailments. If that's the case, it's pointless. You know, a lot of ailments will inflict 5, so he's not protecting 2. Yeah, can be useful against things like Pofit, Pepper Flame, where the longer that ailment is on you, the more chance it can activate that bonus damage upon removal. So slightly useful against that sort of stuff, but just doesn't do it in my opinion. And the critical chance for 3 turns, I mean, that possibly could have been 4 turns. 3 turns to try and get some tiles there, to get some critical hits. Yeah, just doesn't quite do it for me. I believe in beta he actually had 3 turns for that and also got plus 40 attack. So it looks like it's been nerfed a little bit. I think they possibly should have left it, especially considering he doesn't get a Mega Minion, or he should have got a Mega Minion that maybe whilst that was alive, it gave him and his nearby allies the bonuses. Just something, you know, it's like he's been left till last. They've used up all the other good skills and he's just getting the leftovers. Yeah. Wouldn't actually surprise me if he gets some sort of nerf. I don't know whether that's just based on feedback or whether it's based on the portal not performing very well, but wouldn't surprise me if he just gets a little bit of something. He's not a terrible hero by any means, but based on some of the heroes we've had released recently, in my opinion, just isn't doing enough to warrant, you know, fully leveling and LBing and that sort of stuff. Not saying he's bad, but he's bad. No, he's not terrible. The Paladin class, I don't understand why that really suits him. You know, maybe a fighter that could have revived. Just a bit of a... Anyway, that's my thoughts. Yes, I definitely wouldn't be recommending pulling for him. There's good heroes in the portal. We know there's the chance of the double, you get the double. If you get one, they do have the lower percentages. But as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, gently caress the subscribe button. Don't go chasing heroes or waterfalls. Scratch it. Give your kitty a scratch for me. I don't know what the fuck I was saying there. And have a good one.